Hi everyone, Lionheart here, doing a video now on the Warpath campaign, just a brief introduction to it. I probably won't be, I might just do one or two battles or just one battle. I probably won't be doing too many because it's a good pack, but I think people just need to play it themselves and decide what they want. But I will do like one or two battles. I might get one up later today. But anyway, here is my little look at the Warpath campaign. Just setting my watch so I don't go over 10 minutes. So the menu's still the same. You go to single player and you click on Warpath campaign here. And you can choose to play as one of the 5 nations. I don't know if in later updates or if there are ways to unlock like Britain and America to play as during this time. So you've got the Iroquois, Confederacy, the Huron Wyandot, the Plains Nations, the Pueblo Nations, and the Cherokee Nations. And you can do short campaigns, long campaign, or world domination. All of these end at long campaign wise at 1823. Short campaign ones end at 1813, and you start in 1783 in all these cases. And obviously you've got the difficulty sliders there, same as always. I'll just go and show you like the setup. I won't actually play a battle. Oh yeah, by the way, patch 1.5 released a ton, which came out actually at the same time Warpath did. So even people that didn't sorry, even people that didn't buy Warpath are gonna have all these new maps, and they are fantastic. This is just what Empire needs to make it a better multiplayer game. Notably, Grassy Flatlands is brilliant for balanced tournament play. There's a 4v4 version, and there's Grassy Flatlands 1, which is 2-player version. This means that you can now play battles without having to worry about campers, because there's no hills, it's completely flat, and it's really, really nice, brilliant for tournament play. So I'll be doing quite a few battles on that against people now that you want to battle against, and there's like really cool maps as well, and there's like strategic points in map, like this one here. So this has a ridge in the middle of it, so the first one to capture that ridge is going to have a huge advantage. So it makes like for greater play, it's going to be really, really interesting to see, and there's loads of new maps, so it's going to be fantastic. And obviously there's most of these are the same maps, just with like 2v2 or 4v4, but it still gives a nice variety to Empire. Anyway, I won't actually go on to the game because I'll show you the campaign map quickly, but you can now choose them from here. I've been playing as a Plains Indians in mine, and basically I haven't really worked out that many tactics for them, apart from sort of use the archers to hold them up and then flank around the sides with some warriors. But overall, actually, cavalry is quite important because they have a huge charge bonus here. So it's like loads of them normally, chucking a general. They do have some artillery, but it's not great. Warrior Society is quite cool. They throw axes at short range, so they're quite cool. Obviously, you've got Blackfoot Blood, melee warriors, which are like their elites and stuff, and medicine men. I'm obviously bowmen, and then they've got their regular musketry. But I won't bother with showing any more of that. I'll just show you my campaign that I've started. They've got some nice like artwork here as well, and obviously there's new quotes from like chiefs and stuff. So yeah. Something to think about with Warpath is that there's at the moment I haven't really worked out a proper strategy for like battles and stuff. It's mainly you just got to try and use flanking. But looking at the advanced technology tree, they have the ability to fire while hidden. This is my Plains Nations campaign, by the way. I've just taken that Spanish settlement here, which took forever to take, by the way, because my guys were armed with bows and arrows. It's got some bowmen there. This is my main army over here. They were armed with bows and arrows and just like axes, and they were getting shot to pieces by about 4 units of line infantry and a unit of dragoons, and that was it. And I got like pushed back 4 or 5 times, which is ridiculous normally, but with this, it seems quite common. But looking through technology, I really want to get. I'm just learning gun dealing, so that'll allow me to get musket men, which would be quite good because then I can mix them in, and they have longer range. So I'm hoping that kind of makes up for it. So early part of the game, you need to stick to it. Some people probably play the early part and think, God, this is actually quite crap. It's not really worth it. But once you get like musketry and start the advancement of technology, I mean, I've played it for about I don't know 5 years worth, so about 10 turns so far. And basically you spend your first few turns, like this, my initial settlements, you go around all these farms and just build them up, and there's a shaman there or whatever, gold mine, and just build them up, because at the moment these places are only producing like tiniest amounts of like gold. Sending a scout up there to look at the British, and this is the territory I've just taken. And I'm rebuilding my games field, which allows me to recruit some men. So you got bowmen there, so they're not very accurate, but they've got an alright range. But their main just skirmishes, just to hold up the enemy. Although I've got to admit, it's really satisfying firing a volley of arrows into some line infantry. Seriously, it's really good fun. So yeah, it's basically kind of like mass tactics. At the moment, I'm actually at war with another Indian nation, the Cherokee nation, which is quite fun because it's more kind of like medieval 2 warfare, where archers and then like you send in the melee, and then the cavalry like flank. But now that I've got cavalry, actually, that's how I won my battle against the Spanish in the end, because the cavalry are quite good at flanking. So that's what you got to use. But the moment you get, as I said, the moment you get muskets, you'll be alright. We can just get the musket men in there. But what I was really looking forward to saying is, they get this thing called ambush tactics, which allows them to fire while hidden, which is going to be really, really good, because like units, that's how you have to play with the Indians. Obviously, you need to use their ambush tactics, and it allows generals as well to like set up to every attack they make against another nation is an ambush attack, so that they spring out of the ground suddenly. And that's how you've got to, because you don't have the quality. You might have the numbers, but they're still really shite at the end of the day. They're really crap. So you've got to make up for that with like clever tactics, which is going to be interesting to see how, if some people decide to actually play as Indian nations. I haven't played multiplayer yet, so I haven't found out if many people are actually trying out the Native American Indians factions as like a majority. But yeah, I'm just going to attack these guys quickly. Hopefully it won't take too long loading against 2 bowmen. I've got enough time to show you this quickly. But I'll do some proper battles if I can find some people that want to play. If any of you guys want to play with me against an Indian nation, either 2 Indian nations against each other, or like a colonial power against an Indian nation, or if you want to fight as the Indians with me as a colonial power, see how you fare, I'll do that. So just like I don't know, probably best if you want everyone to add you, just post your Steam name under this video. Oh god, something stuck in my throat. Have a sip of Coke. So yeah, if you post your name below this video or whatever, or PM it to me, I really don't mind. So I just set up my cavalry on the left here, and set up these guys. So basically, now this is out, guys, next week you can expect me to start my Portugal campaign. So basically it's just a case of telling those guys to run up here. We'll just take a look at them quickly. So semi-naked men running across the fields. If that does something for you, then you should be quite worried and probably see a psychiatrist or something. Unless, of course, you're a girl, and then... Wow, girl playing Empire Total War. Well done. So I'm going to bring my cavalry up here and flank them between my infantry here. So in a way, you've got to kind of think back to those of you that played Medieval 2 Total War, of like throwing Milita in. You can use these units, because these are tribesmen, these are basically the equivalent of Milita. Use them as like a buffer while you get some better units in behind them. So I'm going to bring these around here. Set my cavalry in there as well. Actually, I'm not going to do that with them. I'm going to send these there, because I think there's another unit of bowmen in there somewhere. Cavalry charging in here. Charging through. So yeah, oh look, the other one's over here. Send all them over there. Get the rest of the cavalry. and that is telling me the enemy warlord is dead. So yeah, let's watch these guys here. Dum 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 dum. And the animation's actually quite cool that they've added in. Like I've seen like one guy slice open another guy's neck with his axe. So yeah, I probably won't go into detail about 1.5, but if you right click in your Steam games list, you can take a look at the updates from 1.5, and that did some more balancing issues that 1.4 kind of screwed up a bit. Naval warfare might be fixed, I don't know, I haven't really looked. Literally spent most of my time just playing this. Anyway, I've won the battle there. I've just hit about 10 minutes on my video, so I'm going to have to call it a day there. Might get another video up later today for you guys, a battle if someone wants to play. Just add me on Steam, it's on my channel page. So if you want to put your Steam ID below this video, or PM it to me, or put it on my channel page, that'd be cool. Do that.